Hi, I'm Carly.Ferry, and this is Sara.Jones. We're in Solana Beach today, and we are going to sit down with Mike.Campos from OriginPoint Mortgages. We're going to find out what to expect in 2026, what to look for, and ways to win.
Yeah, and whether you're looking for a family home near one of our beautiful beaches, a luxury property, or just a new home in North County, this conversation is for you.
Well, let's go sit down and get in it with Mike.
Let's do it.
All right, well, we are sitting down here now with Mike.Campos with OriginPoint Mortgages, and we're going to dive into everything we need to know.
Yeah, so let's get started, Mike. Let us know what you think is going to happen for 2026.
Well, I think in 2026, we're going to see great stability with regards to interest rates and our overall real estate market. The government is really pushing towards getting lower rates. And when lower rates become available, affordability increases and more people can start affording to make more decisions on buying and selling real estate. We should see more people in the market wanting to buy and sell.
And we've been waiting for that moment to come for a couple of years.
Yes, we sure have. Absolutely. But I think it's going to take a lot of strategy and a lot of planning. And, I think some people need to be in front of what's going to happen before it happens.
So people that have been sitting on the fence for the last couple of years because we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the mortgage rates to drop. And now there's talk they are going to drop this year. So, why should we buy now? Should we wait?
Yeah.
What would you advise a buyer who's on the fence, but, nervous about rates and what can happen?
I think a lot of anxiety comes from the unknown. Like, I don't even know what my payment is. I don't know how much cash I'm getting from the sale of my house. I don't know how much money I need out of pocket to buy the next house. So I think if we can help at least strategize and plan and answer those kind of what ifs, it kind of removes all those variables to give somebody the confidence they need to know when it's time for them to strike. So I really do recommend starting early in the process, even if it's months out. It gives them a plan, a budget. It gives them a strategy that works for their family. And ultimately, then they know what they're going to do next in for their real estate transaction this year.
That's awesome. That's got to give them a clear picture to move forward and confidently with a market that's been not as confident the last couple years.
The real estate market, how do I say it? It's just inconsistent. It's its own living being, right? And so as we historically know that more buyers bid on properties when rates are low, prices go up. So if we can be one step ahead of them, maybe the rates aren't the lowest, but they're almost the lowest, but the values haven't taken off yet. That would be a really great strategy to when to strike.
So that's what we're having conversations with our clients about, is more like now is the time, because you can refinance when that time comes and the rates do come down.
Right.
Which is we're expecting to see happen. But if you wait, then we're in the bidding war game again, because from what we've seen, so many people are sitting on the sidelines.
Right.
And as soon as those rates drop, it's gonna
take off.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see 20 people at one open house and 11 offers, and the sellers sit back confidently increasing their price, right?
Yeah.
And so if we know that that's what's going to happen, let's take action right before.
Yeah.
And so if you see the property that works for your family and makes sense, then let's explore it at least and do a little test drive first through the loan process.
Yeah, you heard that? It takes strategy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it really does. And so, as we start early in the loan process, when I want to buy my next Mercedes, if I ever do, when I buy my next Mercedes, thank you. When I buy my next Mercedes, I'm going to test drive it, right? Is it the E55, E85, whatever it might be. So let's test drive the real estate process real quick to make sure that we understand those numbers. So the next time we wake up, and most of the time it's on a Friday night, find the perfect house.
Yes.
We know our plan, we know what our family can afford, and we know how to take action on that particular property.
And that's so helpful, because then our clients can jump into action and get the property they want instead of missing that one and then restarting again. So that's great insight.
Yes.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So tell me, what are your current clients feeling? Is it, as you mentioned, anxiety? Is it enthusiasm for this is the year finally? Are they what kind of clients are looking in this area that want to buy their next property?
Well, those that have been waiting, we've heard, and we have friends of ourselves that they've been waiting for years, just renting a property, waiting for those rates to come down. So we're seeing that excitement that is finally starting to happen.
They're done waiting.
Right.
They're ready to jump in. They're
Yep.
planning ahead. Like you're talking about, our planning starts anywhere. It can be a year out
Right.
when someone's ready to make. Right now, we're seeing like a lifestyle shift. We're seeing people that they've waited so long that it's not just the next house that has an extra bedroom. It's a full lifestyle that they want to transition and incorporate into
Right.
their family. And
Yeah.
so that's been really fun for us to see and start to match people with what's going to be a good fit.
Yeah, I like that. Like some of the people that might be out of state or out of county,
Mhm.
or maybe even inland San Diego, they still love the beach, right?
Yes.
Who has not loved the beach, right?
Yes.
And
This season
so
never ends.
getting closer to the beach is just a lifelong dream for many of us, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just being in San Diego. I mean, to be able to call San Diego your home, and love when you come back from being on vacation and be like, this is where we live. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing place to be. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And we're gonna dive into some more deeper questions.
You got it. Let's do it.
Now let's talk about the real stuff. What kind of problems and hurdles are you running into lately?
Oh gosh. So one of the biggest hurdles is timing the market, right? Should a current homeowner who wants to move up to their next house, or someone who's renting that wants to buy, how strict should they be on timing the market with regards to rates, especially rates, because that's what I do, a lot of rates. A lot of people are saying, well, I'm going to rent, or I'm going to just stay where I'm at, where maybe it's not working for them, but they're just going to stay where they're at until the rates come down. Well, what rate is it that you're really looking for? Like, what rate do you think is realistic that will come back?
That's a great point.
And then from there, as we're waiting for a particular target rate, what is the value doing in that community or area you want to buy in, right? So as appreciation is taking
That's
place,
always my point, is what the cost, even though you could be saving money in a way, you're paying someone else's mortgage.
right? So
as it comes up.
I've been analyzing this for many years now, and what we've been seeing, especially in the San Diego market, is that the rate of appreciation in real estate is at moving at a faster pace than what mortgage rates can do, right? And it's also moving at a faster pace up in value compared to what somebody can do in saving money in their savings account. So as they're saving money to afford a house, as they're waiting for a rate to come down, property values are just going super fast. So what we like to do is we like to help a client understand these situations by breaking down the cost of waiting. What's it look like to buy at 20% down payment compared to the 10% down payment you have now? What's it look like compared to buying today at, let's just say 6% rate compared to waiting for the rate to go down to 5.5? What sales price does that mean? What difference? And so when I pre-approve a client, I'm pre-approving them off of today's rate and what we think tomorrow's rate will be at tomorrow's sales price too. And so we're always just breaking it down, trying to help break down and let just people understand where they're at in their life and where they can go.
Get a big picture and make some decisions ahead of time.
Yep, absolutely. So, as we're looking in North County, San Diego, the average appreciation rate has been very consistent since at least 2006.
Yes.
So, as that's consistent, rates have not. And so, we just got to find stability for our clients somehow, some way.
I know someone said like 10 years ago, if you could have bought this property, like if you had the opportunity to buy this property, but you didn't, would you go back in time and buy it? And I haven't come across one person that has said no, because the values in Southern California, especially coastal, they're going up. The projections are all still going in that direction. Interest rates are coming down. And I think I would love for more buyers who are just getting into the market, or even thinking like in a year or two from now, like would start this process with you sooner versus later, because I don't think the numbers, when you say 6 versus 7%, people may think that's not that much, but it can be a game changer in purchasing the property or not, and then also buy down options as well. So it's like there's a lot of untapped potential that we would love our clients going and getting this information ahead of time, So then they're super realistic going into the market and seeing what they can buy.
One thing that has started to appear in the mortgage market since the middle of 2025 has been the return of the adjustable rate mortgage. So not just average loan size adjustable rate mortgages, but our jumbo and super jumbo adjustable rate mortgages. And that's creating more affordability to just help people buy some time until the better fixed rates become available. But what it's also telling us is that Wall Street, the investors of those mortgages, have a lot of confidence in what's happening in the San Diego real estate market.
That's very interesting.
So if we're confident that the San Diego real estate market is a low risk and going to continue to appreciate, we're willing to lend a little bit riskier loan situations that will provide a temporary low rate, because we know that in 4 or 5 years, when the rate goes adjustable, the market has appreciated and done well for our clients, keeping our mortgage default levels low.
So what's the ideal client that would fit into that kind of adjustable rate?
Yeah, so an ideal client that would entertain an adjustable rate, my opinion is maybe a family that has a single or double income where they're earning commissions plus a salary of some sort. Maybe they're business owners and entrepreneurs. Maybe they have a trajectory that their business is going at where they know in 4 or 5 years they're going to have double or triple the income. So the risk that they take today is offset by their successes that they know is coming. And so they can afford to entertain that adjustable rate mortgage because their income or cash flow can support it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Numbers don't lie.
numbers don't lie, you know? And so we like to be as transparent as early as possible, just so we can, empower the family to making a good decision for themselves.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, so tell us, what is your special competitive advantage?
Well, many clients that are purchasing North County, San Diego, they can walk into the bank and get a teller to get their application or go online, or maybe they have a banker assigned to them. I think what our competitive advantage is we take definitely a hands-on approach. As a direct lender, we do loans like a bank does, but we're also a mortgage broker, so we can actually do alternative solutions that the banks typically don't lend on. So it gives us the ability to be creative, to find ways for new solutions that might create affordability or just simply helping a client move forward.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on those? Options?
So for example purposes, let's just say you're an entrepreneur, a business person, whether you get a 1099 or you have a K1 because you have a corporation, you might have significant gross revenue through your business, but through the power of tax returns, your income's smaller than what might be needed to get a large mortgage approved. So the banks are simply just not going to either digest the tax returns appropriately, or there's just not enough income on the tax returns altogether. So we have loan programs that ignore tax returns altogether, and we look at the cash flows of your business bank statements, helping you still get low rate mortgages approved.
That's great. So you've got more flexibility and control and options for the clients that are coming to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest challenges that we talked about earlier today was current homeowners helping find ways for them to move forward to their next house. And in San Diego's real estate market, it's uber competitive. So we have loan solutions inside of the umbrella of what we like to call buy first and sell second.
That's been a real hot topic the last year or so.
Yes, absolutely. So it removes the contingency of needing to sell a departing house. And in lieu of that departing house being sold, we have loan solutions to help the families move in first. That way, the clients can have a good competitive advantage to submitting a good offer. And also we can get through the scrutiny that a listing agent might have because it's a contingency.
Yeah, we've seen that work many times, and it's I think a program a lot of people aren't aware of. And being able to say, we found this next dream home, can we get it without selling our other one? Most people don't even think that's a possibility.
Right.
But you're saying, and you do, and we've experienced, it is possible.
It absolutely
you can
is possible.
buy your dream home before selling your current home with different financing in between and timeframes, but it gets you to that next step and frees you of a lot of stress and double moves.
Yeah, absolutely. And historically, the thought process of a buy first, sell second loan meant a high rate bridge loan with big fees, which can be the solution sometimes.
True.
But we also do have low rate, one and done type loan solutions as well that most clients will be satisfied with.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. See, dreams can come true in San Diego.
He's here to make them happen.
Yeah. All right, guys. Mike, we have 1 minute. Let's do some rapid fire. Here we go. Best piece of advice for first-time buyers. Go.
First-time home buyers need to apply for their loan 3 to 6 months in advance.
Okay. Love it. Biggest mistake you saw buyers make?
Ooh, taking money from your safe or underneath your mattress and depositing it into your checking account.
Please don't tell me people still do that.
They still do it.
No.
All right. Pre-approval or pre-qualification? Which matters more?
The pre-approval matters more.
Like it.
Okay, great. If you could change one thing about the lending process, what would it be?
Oof. It'd have to be the application process. We are simply so invasive. I admit we are. We just
Agreed.
need to open up and be truthful to all of us so we can be on your team and help you.
And everything's safe when you're working with the lender. I feel like
It's like
people.
doctor-patient
Yeah,
confidentiality.
it's a
Yep.
big deal, but it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. It sure is.
All right. Best thing about living in San Diego?
Gosh. I would say it's the carne asada burritos.
That's a good one. Who doesn't love that? Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, you're very
This has
welcome.
been awesome.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Well, that was really great. Mike gave us some really great information, very valuable for this time of the market. What do you think? What are the best takeaways you heard?
I loved it. I love talking with lenders. They're ahead of the market. They see what's happening with buyers, with applications. So it's super insightful. But today, I've got to say, 2 things for me that Mike talked about a lot was get a pre-approved and talk with a lender way ahead.
Yes.
Figure out what the numbers look like, go max, go minimal. So when you start to get out there and you're looking around, you're totally realistic in where you should be. Because we see people all over the board and it just creates a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
So getting in the right hands from the start and being really super clear about what you can afford and do just streamlines the process.
Yeah. And there's so many options out there. So talk to somebody like Mike. We'll give you all his information below. And thank you.